Hey parents, it is the last week of January. I cannot believe it. It's flown by. This is crazy. And we have been in this season at Hope Church of renewal, of revival. And we're getting close to the end of this 21 days of prayer and fasting. And I hope the things I've shared with you have been helpful for establishing habits in your home, building a spiritual foundation for your families, of reading the Bible, of setting things aside so that you have more time to spend with Jesus, of prayer. And I think sometimes our kids have questions. And sometimes you might freak out, right? I don't know how to answer that. Why do good things happen to, or why do bad things happen to good people? Why do, there's just lots of questions, and sometimes we can go, I don't know. It is my heartbeat to walk alongside you, to empower you as the parent, to have conversations, spiritual conversations with your kids. And I think some of the biggest, most important conversations we can have are those that involve salvation. What does it mean to come to know Jesus? To grow. What does it mean to grow in Christ? Baptism. What is baptism all about anyway? And living for Jesus. And I want to empower you as the parent to have those conversations. Because you know what, you guys? You are in your home. I mean, you drop your kids off once a week at church, and we are very intentional about the things that we share with your kids, and we want to teach them. But you're having the conversations day in, day out. You're the one tucking them in at bed at night, and the question comes, what is this about? What does it mean to walk with Jesus? Or you're in the car traveling with them, and that's when the questions happen, because that's what life looks like. And so instead of you kind of saying to yourself, what am I supposed to say? One of the things that we created for you is a resource. And we called it, Say What? Because I know that often you feel like, what in the world? And the picture, well, you'll have to read the book to figure out why I have a ducky and Splash on this book. You'll just have to find out. This is available for you. It doesn't cost you anything. We gave them out at our FX in December. I have them available. They are in a basket at Kids Check-In. Or connect with me. I will send you one in the mail if you haven't come back in person yet. Whatever you need. This is something, and this is a resource for you parents to look. It tells you how to use it, tells you how, and it walks you through how to have the salvation conversation with your kid. Walks you through what it means to grow in Christ. It walks you through baptism, what it is, what it isn't, what it talks about. And I just would love to put this in your hands because I think it's a helpful thing for you. I spent a lot of years in ministry and then with my own kids, and I could never really find one resource that I felt had that, so we wrote one. And it's for you. It's not long. It is a pamphlet. I just encourage you to get this because I want to empower you to have those conversations. I want to excite you, motivate you to lead those conversations with your kids, and then I don't want you to be freaked out or scared, like, I don't know how to lead my kid to Christ. I want to help walk you through it because I promise you, there is nothing more incredible and joyful than being the one that's there to lead your child to know Jesus. So I encourage you to pick up this resource, have those conversations, continue these habits that you have begun, continue that season of having time with Jesus, encouraging your kids. And the last thing I want to share with you is to carve out time yourself for Jesus. I know you don't have time. I know, but you do. It's a value proposition, right? If it's valuable to you, you'll make time. Be creative. I'm not saying you're going to have an hour to sit in your chair with your cup of coffee. I'm not saying that. But I encourage you to be creative. Do you need to put a verse of the day on your phone? Do you need to have them? Do you know that our devotional that we get has a code on the back of it at church? You can download the app, use that code. It will read you the devotional. You can do that on your way to work, right? You don't even have to stop and read it. Be creative. but carve out that time. I promise when your kids are grown, they will remember seeing you. My kids remember seeing us have a quiet time, and they knew it was important. And trust me, there were days when this was my answer, when they were coming and they were bugging me and they needed to, and I was like, Mommy needs her time with Jesus. I'm not really, proud of that moment. But hopefully most days the thing I said is, play quietly. Mommy needs some time with Jesus. Mommy doesn't need hours. Mommy needs a few minutes. Carve out that time, because as you build that spiritual foundation, you are setting the spiritual tone for the rest of their lives.